Gangland podcast.
So, welcome again to the second in our Gangland-related podcast. My name's Lee Waitley.
And I'm Anthony Thomas. Crack a bit of feedback, Lee, from our first episode, which has now had well over 1,000 views and still going strong.
Yeah, you're not wrong, mate. The views are going up sky high on YouTube. I've also had quite a few comments too. This one from Parrot9891 said Lenny still is and will always be a legend.
Yeah, we also got Mickey Nez1 saying, well done lads, enjoyed the show.
Yeah, and another from Mad Mick 44231 says great vid boys, like it a lot.
Yeah, we also had Martin Jackson saying, well done guys, good job. So it's all going well, Lee. It's all going good, and let's hope we can keep it going.
Gangland podcast.
So, right, yeah, that's all fantastic. Thanks for your comments, lads. Glad you all liked it anyway. So, right, and what we got coming up in the show?
Right, we got an exclusive interview coming up later in the show with a good friend of mine, book author Julian Davis. Lee managed to have a one-on-one interview with Julian a few days ago, so you don't want to miss that.
Yeah, like Anne said, you certainly don't want to miss that. Julian's done it all, to be honest. Bodybuilding, bouncing, boxing, and now is the author of 3 successful books. So it's all gone fantastic for him. So what else we got going on, Anne?
We got a few more questions coming up in a bit, and also part 1 of an audio interview with the late Lenny Mclean being interviewed by Debbie Greenwood. But first, we got some news on upcoming books. Do you want to kick it off, Lee?
Yeah, go on, my son. I'll kick it off. Yeah, I have to do the impression. Yeah, first of all, we've got a book coming soon for charity, actually. A book of poems written by Joey Pyle Jr. called From Villain to Verse Maker. It also has the foreword written by top actor Ray Winston. So, yeah, it should be a really interesting read.
Also out now to order is Dale Brendan Hyde's first novel, The Ink Run. This is having rave reviews, and we hope to have an exclusive interview coming up in the next few weeks with Dale.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one, Ant, with Dale. Yeah, we've also got Michael Nesbitt's Britain's Gangland, the magazine issue 7 out this month. Have a pop onto Michael's Facebook page, Britain's Gangland. You can order all 1 to 7 issues. We've also got an interview with Michael coming up in one of our coming episodes, so certainly wouldn't miss that. Be worth a listen.
Also coming soon is Decker Eggy's new book, Price Fighter, also out by Blake Publishing. Decker has just lost his Guvnor title this weekend to another boxer called Tyrone Williams. Lost on points, I think it was, Lee.
Yeah,
but should be another good, interesting read.
Yeah, I will look forward to that one, mate. Yeah, some good stuff going on right there, mate. Right, let's go to our first question. Johnny James asks, where was the first ever unlicensed fight held and who was fighting? Do you want to take this one, Anthony? Go on, my son.
Yeah, interesting question, Johnny. The very first unlicensed fight was Donnie the Bull Adams versus Roy Shaw, and it was in Billy Smart Circus. They put a big, what's it called, marquee circus thing up, and as you know, Roy Shaw won the first round with a couple of seconds. But I think that was the very first unlicensed fight. That's when it is documented, everyone mentions if you ask when's the fight. But there's also a man, I can't remember off the top of my head now, we will get the name in by the next show, and he seems to think that in the year earlier, 1975, that he put a show on unlicensed in a pub somewhere, I think it was in Essex, and they charged people to come in, so he claims that they were the first unlicensed, fighters, but can't remember off the top of my head, but like I said, it's all documented. Donnie Bull Adams versus Roy Shaw.
Fantastic, Ant. Nice one, mate. Well sorted out there. Yeah, I think you answered that as good as anyone could. So yeah, fantastic. Right, coming up is the first part we're going to run of Lenny on Today Live show with interviewer Debbie Greenwood. I chatted to Debbie Greenwood in the hope of getting her for our book, but she kindly declined. She said she never really got to know Lenny that much, enough to contribute to a book. I told her otherwise, but anyway, she was a sweet lady, and I like some of the bits in this interview where where Lenny swears, etc., and she's sort of a bit coy on him swearing. It's really funny, but yeah, great little interview. We'll have part 1 now and part 2 in the next podcast, so yeah, sit back and enjoy it. Lenny on the Today Live show. There we go.
Well, our next guest has had the most unlikely start to his acting career. Actually, I feel a little bit worried about meeting him. He was brought up in London's East End, and he did an armed robbery at the age of 14 and went on to earn his living as a bare-knuckle fighter. He got the reputation as the hardest man in Britain. Well, now Lenny Mclean has given up real-life violence to play tough guy Eddie Davis in ITV's hard-hitting drama, The Knock, and he joins us now. Now, are most people a bit kind of like this when they meet you, Len?
Why? You know, because most the proper tough guys are a gentleman. You know, and I like to class myself as a gentleman.
Well, let's put all this into some kind of perspective. Then you came from a tough area. Was violence really the norm where you came from?
Well, it was in my household because my father died when I was 4 years 9 months old, and like everything else, my stepfather moved in, I think, 18 months later. And then, you know,
what kind of guy was he?
He was a bad guy. He's a bashes and bashes and bashes and bashes. And
you're not talking about just a smack here?
Nah, I'm talking about, you know, a terrible bellings. And I think that's where it all generates from.
Now, you sort of graduated from a household like that. What kind of job were you expected to get? What would be the normal career pattern for you?
Well, I mean, it's just anything that goes, anything on the street or, you know, anything, I suppose, on a stall somewhere. It's just an old way of life as a kid in that era at that time. But I had a bit of luck. A friend got me in the print, and I started there when I was 15, but like everything else, through the upbringing I had, I was a bit wild, and if anyone ever sent it to me, I used to imagine it was my stepfather, and I got a job in the print, and there was a guy there about 5'4", with a pencil as big as that behind his ear hole, and a brown coat and hush puppies on. Now I think I'm there to learn to print, and he'd say, sweep up, make the tea, get errands, sweep up, make it, and I thought to myself, you know, he's taking a piss. So I said to him, you're supposed to be learning me to print. And he went, you do what I tell you. I said, no, I won't. And I knocked him out, and I've never looked back.
Is your temper controllable then?
Now it is. Now, as you get older, see what happens, as you get older, I learn to control all my aggression now, tunnel it, and if I have anyone around me I think is a bit Harry Dash and a bit Jack the Lad, I keep my arms limb. I don't want them around me.
Mature now.
Well, they're no value, are they?
After the print, what sort of jobs did you start getting then?
Well, down the fruit market, but they put me in the banana rooms. 5 in the morning, big spiders. Oh, I said, I'm not having this. So I nicked an hand of bananas and went home. And I never went back. And then I just drifted, like I was just a wild kid. And then I got into the minding very, very young. And I started minding the roughest, toughest clubs in town. And I've been, you know, I've been shot twice, stabbed, nicked for murder. I've had about 20,000 bar and brawls.
You've obviously had a very, very, very tough life, but the unlicensed boxing. Talk to me about that. I've never met a boxer who was in that sphere.
I used to do bare knuckles every day. I used to do bare knuckles at all shows and fight anybody for money. And then one day some people got hold of me because a guy just came out of prison. He was the toughest guy in town, and they got us together. And we had a fight and I won, and then it went from there. And
are there any rules in unlicensed boxing?
Well, not where I'm concerned, because I used to say to them, you know, what do you want? You want a strainer or an all-in? Well, an all-in, anything goes. biting, kicking, anything. But, you know...
And did you, I mean, you sustained some injuries, didn't you, from all
only
this,
my
obviously?
hands. My hands. You know, well, you know, mostly my hands.
What about injuries you gave to other people?
Yeah, you know, but remember, we're fighting tough guys who want to fight for the money. We're not interfering with the public or anybody else. You know, we're fighting other tough guys who want to fight for money.
How much did you make then?
A lot of it, you know, you read in the paper about so much money, but a lot of it was inside bets. You know, I used to cover bets for other people. So a lot of it was inside bets, and there was a hell of a lot of money bet on me when I fight because I was the main man.
Gangland Podcast.
There you go, a fantastic little interview there with Lenny and Debbie Greenwood on the Today Live show. I think it was ITV, I'm sure it was. But yeah, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you're looking forward to the part 2 of that, which we'll have coming up on the next episode, so don't miss that. So, what do you reckon to that one, Ant? You like it, mate?
Yeah, crack a little into that. Lee will have to try and get it up onto YouTube soon, mate. But, right, we got another question from Daniel Williams, who asks, whatever happened to Lenny's Guvnor title, and is it the same one that Decker Eggy won recently? Lee, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, go on, I'll take it. It's a very contentious issue, this, as me and Ant know. Me and Ant have debated it with many people for a long time now. We all know that there was never really an actual title back then, you know, around the late 70s with Roy and Len. I know Lenny jumps up and goes, yeah, I'm the Guvnor and all that, but all that Guvnor title, I've tried to say this to so many people, all the Guvnor title came from, it was what Lenny done, you know, on the streets, what he did, you know, he minded everywhere, he looked after everyone, he was the man at the moment, you know. I like that saying. Yeah, I mean, the sort of title was reborn out the ashes. A lot of people had a go at it, saying, you know, they can never have Lenny's title, this, that, and the other, and it's wrong, really. It was like a reborn new Guvnor title, you know, and which was held not long ago by Decker Heggie. He was going to be fighting Welsh Phil. That went awry because there was some security issues, I think, with Decker's people, etc. With Phil's camp. Whatever happened there, you know, I don't know. And then Julius Francis fought Decker, ex heavyweight boxer. He stepped in at the 11th hour, I think, probably 3 weeks before. But anyway, as Ant mentioned earlier, it's just recently been the baton passed over to Tyrone Williams as he fought and won Decker, beating him on points and taking the title, the new Guvnor, let's say, you know, let's call it the Guvnor belt of the new millennium. There you go. I'll leave it at that.
Right, we got one more question before we go to our exclusive interview with Julian Davis. Wayne Price asks, did Charles Bronson ever fight unlicensed? Lee, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll have a go at it. I'll be kind to Charlie here. No. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll read a little bit from Ant's book, Through the Eyes of Others. Charlie said, Lenny Mclean, I can only really say it good about the guy. It was Paul Edmonds and Davey Hunt, both Canning Town chaps, who approached Lenny to fight me. Winner takes all. Lenny didn't take up the challenge. Why? Charlie said the only reason he can give is that he was flush, he was doing a lot of TV work at the time and top jobs. But the one Charlie believes is that Lenny had sort of lost his hunger, you know. He says he met Lenny once at the Hippodrome We had a nice drink and a chat. Lenny was a big man, big powerful man, but fighters run out of gas when their mind is not 100% on the job. He knew I was just out of jail, and he knew that I was fresh and hungry after just being released from jail. He said he only met Lenny the once, but that was enough to have a lasting memory. He said he must have had the biggest fists on the planet. He finished off by saying he was a very sincere man. He said what he meant and meant what he said. And that, for me, says it all. Respect. But with regard to my opinion, I don't think that Charlie had many unlicensed fights, if any.
Yeah, like you said, Lee, he didn't have no unlicensed fights, I don't think. He may have, if someone wants to leave a comment below and let us know. But as far as I know, he didn't have no unlicensed fight. It would have been an interesting fight, you know what I mean? Because you got a fit Charlie, a bit of a psychopath in the ring. And you got, if you look at the Lenny from the Majesty Bradshaw, because you can imagine them two going at each other, it would have been interesting, but my opinion, Lenny would have destroyed him in a minute. I mean, Lenny had a bit more boxing experience. We've seen the Charlie fighting in the prison footage, but that was so many years ago. But it would have been an interesting fight, but in my opinion, Lenny would have destroyed him, you know what I mean? And that's all these other fighters say, I'll fight Charlie when he comes out. No, man, you know what I mean? Will Charlie ever get out? It's easy to say I'll fight Charlie. You know what I mean? I'll go on record now, I'll fight Charlie once he come out. If you want to go down that road, I mean, anyone can say anything, right? Doesn't mean I'm going to fucking do it, because I'm not. But that's just my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to fight fucking Charlie. You know, I'm just saying that, you know what I mean? But a lot of respect for Charlie. But, you know what I mean? If he comes out, you know what I mean? Well, he's got to be over 60 now. I don't know his proper age. Someone leave it below. But that's my opinion on it. But it would have been a hell of a fight. It would have been a hell of a minute. You know what I mean? But it would have been very interesting. That's my thoughts on it.
I like that. Hell of a minute. Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree. I totally agree. I think obviously Charlie would have had the hunger, and Lenny the same. Like you, I still think Lenny would have done him in quick time. That's all I'll say on the subject. Right, so we're here. We're at the interview stage. This is an interview I'd done over the past week with book author Julian Davis. Julian became involved with the unlicensed scene way back, probably 17 years or so ago, and he started an internet site called Unlicensed 2000. I'm sure a lot of you have visited it. Very successful site. Being ex-boxer, bodybuilder, and he also worked the doors. Funny enough, we worked the doors with my good friend Anthony Thomas. They're good friends. And then he went on to run Roy Shaw's website. I'm sure he'll chat a little bit about that with us. And then he went on to write 3 really successful books. And we're going to chat to him about those. Unfortunately, he's fighting the big fight of his life at the minute. Julian's got an inoperable brain tumour. Anyway, I'm sure he don't want me to dwell on that. So anyway, sit back, enjoy the interview, and as always, leave us your feedback and let us know what you think about it. Okay, so here goes.
2, 1. Gangland Podcasts.
Okay, right, so I've got Julian with me now. So, right, Julian, mate.
How are you, right?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. So, you all on form for this little chat up?
Yeah, sound.
Not that I'm chatting you up.
Well, it won't be the first time. And you are an attractive man, I can understand that.
Yeah, well, I've seen photos. I've seen the photos. Right, mate. So, yeah, go on. I was going to ask you, where did it all start and how did you first get interested in the Gangland thing? Was you interested in it from growing up? Or
actual Gangland, right, is basically not really what I'm interested in, right? It's always fighters.
Yeah.
You know, in my opinion, anyone can pick a gun up or a knife or something like that. Go rob a bank or something like that. I don't rate people like that. Now, I've got a lot of friends who will say things, oh, do you know, this gangster done this and this gangster done that.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, yeah, but what about the poor person who was in the bank or got robbed, or the house that got burgled, or people make heroes of these people, and then they're not nice people. But
exactly.
What I found with street fighters, bare knuckle fighters, not the bullies, the people who are genuine hard men, I found them nice to talk to, and I seem to have a bit of a rapport with them, you know.
Yeah, well, do you think you sort of think you know what you're getting with them, don't you? You know.
Well, that's it. And another thing is, they said to me, many of them said to me, look, if some sort of, in their words, mamby-pamby type, you know, right, sort of interviewed them, they would have liked it, and because they could see, you know, my nose was flat in those days, and I was boxing at the time, they could see that I was doing a bit, and I was been a doorman, and I'd been a fighter myself for years.
Yeah.
That they sort of, we were comparing stories, and they found it at ease with me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, yeah, totally, mate. So that obviously helped, totally, massively.
So what happened to me was, I surely at the Lenny Mclean site. You know, this fantastic site on all Lenny Mclean, of course. Well, he kept saying to me, well, do something yourself. Well, I didn't know Roy Shaw then, so what I thought I'd do, I had a site and I called it Unlicensed 2000, and I put everybody who a fighter was known as a well-known fighter for some reason. I put them all on there, and I put stories for each one, and then they started getting bigger and bigger, and then a publisher started reading them, and he contacted me, and he said, "Why don't you write a book?" And I said, "Oh, I'm not interested. I can't write a book." I said. He said, "You can do it." Next thing I know, I got a contract signed, check in the post, my first payment, and off I go. And that's what I did. I went down to see Malcolm Price. Now, Malcolm Price was, there's a lot of people, if you come to South Wales and you mention his name, a lot of people know Malcolm throughout the whole of South Wales. Malcolm was a hard man.
Yeah, was he a bit of a Welsh Lenny sort of thing? I don't know that sort of thing.
Yes, sort of, but Malcolm was like more in pubs and that. You know, Lenny wasn't like our pubs, is he?
No.
Malcolm, he's one of the, I loved Malcolm. He's dead now, Malcolm. I loved him, right? Malcolm was great. But the problem with Malcolm was, I don't think drink agreed with him. Right? But sober, he's your best friend, lovely. But can you imagine if you got like a 19-stone guy, ex-professional boxer, been in hundreds of street fights, and he's had a couple of drinks, he's about 19.5 stone, you've had a couple of drinks, and he's in tempo there.
Yeah.
So Malcolm could put the fear of God into anyone. He's a big man.
Yeah.
And his arms, everything. Right? And that there's a lot of people in Merthyr, where I live, started lifting weights because of Malcolm. Not because they've seen him in the gym, just because they wanted arms like Malcolm.
Yeah, really.
Malcolm's a bit of a throwback, you know, to the, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what was he like to meet then, Julian?
Lovely.
Was he
Lovely, like I've known him all my years. I knocked his door, told him about me, who I was, told him my father was, he knew my father.
Right.
Went in, sat down, me and Big Tony, cup of tea, and we arranged a date there, and I came down and I interviewed him. And he was absolutely, and we become friends after that, you know. I'd have phone calls, I'd pop to his house, cup of tea, I'd take things down for him and whatever. Fantastic. And he was lovely. But Malcolm, in his heyday, was an extremely nasty bit of work when he wanted to be.
So what do you reckon him and old Lenny Mclean in a tear-up? Malcolm
in his heyday and Lenny Mclean, bare knuckle, would have been quite an even scrap.
Yeah.
Malcolm would, looks like Lenny's a bit of a legend, isn't he? Yeah. Malcolm, it would have been an even scrap.
The biggest fight in the Dog on the Day, you mean?
There's a couple of fights I've tried to weigh up my head, who would be the best and which fights would interest me. And I think that would have been the fight that would have interested me, Lenny and Malcolm.
Oh, that's good.
Malcolm told me a story once when he was boxing and he's working away on the roads. Yeah. And he went to a fairground and he said they wanted somebody to go in the ring and last 3 rounds.
Right.
So Malcolm said, I'll do it. No, his mate put him up to do it. He got in the ring. Yeah. They said the gloves they put on him were either too big or too small. Right. And they put shorts on him. He said the shorts were hanging off me. I think either the first or second round, Malcolm made the guy out cold. They couldn't wake the guy up at one stage. And what you got to think is now, the guy he fought was a heavyweight, like Malcolm, but the guy he was fighting every day of the week.
Yeah.
Right? And Malcolm smashed him up, so that sort of tells you like what sort of person Malcolm was like, or ability he had.
Yeah, and that was the sort of start of his reputation, was it?
Yeah. But I did love Malcolm, and I can't say he's always been an angel, right? But in my eyes, what I know of him and what Tony knows of him, we thought the world of him.
You can only speak as you find, mate.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
So when did talking about stuff like that, doing the doors and that, when did you start boxing and doing the doors then, Julian?
Well, let me think, right? I can't remember if I was boxing before I did a door. No, I was doing the doors first.
Yeah.
I was a bodybuilder, full of steroids, 18 stone, 18.5 stone. You know, I've been in a lot of fights in my life. I've never lost. I've never lost a proper fight in my life.
Yeah.
But I've been jumped in gangs, and I think I've been knocked out by gangs, but never one-on-one.
Never one-on-one.
And I think it's not because of my ability. I think I've just been lucky. I think it's because what it is. It's because I'm so pretty. Men don't want it me.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean? And I think that's why I've been lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I started working at a nightclub I did a couple of things, like collecting money for people and you know, sorting trouble out over the years. Got a bit of reputation.
Yeah.
And as I was getting bigger and bigger, I was asked to work the doors.
Yeah.
And so I started working at a club in Merthyr. You know, you knock people out, and people start, you know, thinking you're God's gift then, like, and then they start bragging you up, and that's what happened to me, you know.
Was it nasty Merthyr? I mean, I've
seen... Well, Merthyr
things.
can be a nasty place, right? And Tony's had my mate, he's had a hell of a lot of trouble, right? Yeah. But in my day, I was lucky because a lot of people liked me. I am a genuine person. Yeah. I did have one, I don't know if you want me to tell you about it, but I had one incident that was pretty bad.
Go on.
A friend of mine got up an alleyway early in the night. He was a bouncer with me. Yeah. And he fought this big guy, this local guy, who's a bit of a hard man.
Right.
And my mate beat him up. That's where what happened. So he comes back to the club after this fight, so I think nothing of it. Club's going great. We close it, lock the doors now, so everybody's in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next second, the guy was about 20 stone, and he still is now. Him and his brother and his other guy came to the club then, looking for the bouncer I was with.
Right.
So I went out there, and I said, "You're not coming in." Closed the door behind me. The three of them, the one of them went for me and knocked him out cold. I started battering him on the floor, just obviously beating him up.
Yeah, yeah.
And the other two then, this is what they did to me. They kept kicking me in the head, right? As I was hitting him on the floor, they kept booting me in the head. There was no like one-on-one fight.
No.
Which I always thought that was the score, but these three it wasn't.
No.
My head was hitting the concrete side of this wall thing. I went unconscious. I woke up then, about 20 yards away, covered in blood. Right. They kicked me when I was unconscious, right down the side of this shopping centre, right, on the club. So I got up, opened my ribs all kicked in. I went back to the club door, and the one was coming down the stairs.
Yeah. And
one of the other bouncers says, "It's all right." He said, "He's not going to fight. He's going out." So he put his hands up like that. He's a big lad to pretend like, "Oh, no, I'm not going to fight." And he took a swing at me.
Right.
And I laid him out cold. Even though my ribs were kicked in, I laid him out cold. But I paid for that. The week after was Halloween, and I had two of the massive, biggest black eyes right down my cheekbones you've ever seen. And when people came to the club, they thought I put makeup on for Halloween. I said, "It's not makeup. I've been jumped." There we are. But that's one of my stories. I like those little things like that. But
I like that, mate. So you mentioned your site. I've mentioned it before. You mentioned it. You're 2000.
Unlicensed 2000 used to be called, yeah.
Yeah, and then you had good success with that. And then what I was going to ask you is how you a couple of years later you run Roy Shaw's site, did you?
Yeah. Well, what happened was the guy who was doing Roy. I had a page.
Right.
What I done, I put the faces of each fight that I brought a written about, right?
Yeah.
Up one at a time, and with a link to a page that they press on the link, you'll be directed to a page, and it'll be all about them.
Right.
Well, a guy then was writing for Roy Shaw's website.
Right.
He contacted me, and he said, "Look," I said, "Read over. Me and Roy have looked at your stuff." He said, Do you want to do Roy's website?" So I packed in, I got to go college or something, I can't remember what he said. So I said, right. He said, right, arrange a time and date. We did, and I went up and see Roy. And we sat down, chatted, talked to her, asked him a couple of questions, we talked about things. And basically, he gave me his phone number, and every couple of weeks, I'd have a load of questions of people And I'd obviously then phone Roy up, get the answers, and then update the website.
So, and I know you just sort of hit on it a little bit. So how was he with you when you first met him then, was he?
The thing is with Roy, he's a bit like me. He starts off humble and quiet, and he gets a little bit hyper.
Right.
And that's what he was, like, he was wide-eyed hype. And Big Tony said, that's the first time I ever met anybody like you. He said, he always said I was a one-off. Because as I get on, I get hyper and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he said, he's exactly like you. He said, and he was. I sort of like, I got on with him well, like.
Yeah. Did he, in the kindest possible way, did he mention much about Lenny Mclean then? Obviously,
he didn't mention a lot about him.
No.
But obviously, it came up a couple of times. He was like, you can tell he still had some unfinished business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would always ring true, wouldn't it?
He wasn't happy. I always got the opinion he wasn't happy with the outcome at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, he had a lot of he had a score to settle, and he just never got the chance to do.
That's
you know.
Yeah.
But
I think I can remember when I was with Roy, right? We'd sit down, cup of tea. Oh no, he didn't give us tea. I can remember what he gave us. He didn't make me a cup of tea. He went off in the room. He came back with 2 glasses of water. Right. And do you know those tablet things you put in for vitamin C?
Yeah.
We had one of them each, 4 of us. And as a strange, no, I've never been to somebody's house and they offered you one of them. You know what I mean? It's strange. He was like, he's a bit quirky in a way. Like, house was immaculate.
Yeah.
Very clean.
Imagine. Yeah.
And even at his age, he said he's still a party animal.
Yeah.
He said,
I bet he was.
He was a party animal.
Did he have a gym at his house then, Joe?
He had big heavy dumbbells in his back room.
Yeah.
But I think he must be going somewhere because his arms on him, they were still good arms, like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Looked like he'd been doing something.
Yeah.
And of course, you know about... I hate to be too rude, Bear, right? But you know about Roy's dick, yeah?
I've sort of... Yeah. Do you
want me to tell you a story about it?
Go on.
Why I should know about Roy's dick? Oh, God. I don't know, right?
This ain't going down well,
this. I know. So I'm sitting in this chair, and the chair's low down. Right. And Tony and I think his brother, was in front of me. Right. And Roy's standing up talking to me. Uh-huh. Now, Roy had jogging bottoms on. A shirt on, I suppose. But jogging bottoms on. With, I'm telling you, he had no underwear underneath, right?
Go on.
But Roy was stacked, right?
Yeah.
He was huge down here, right?
It won't coming down the bottom of his trousers.
Right, listen, and he couldn't it, right? It was big, right? Like, obviously, so I'm eye level with his dick, right? So I'm thinking, what the fuck? I thought he had a knife or gun down there or something, right? So, hang on, speakers just fell off my table. Anyway, so I'm there now, and he's talking about fighting Lenny Mclean, and he's throwing these hooks which are going over my head. Now, right. I still move like a boxer now when somebody goes and I duck and dive a bit like, and so I'm ducking every shot Roy was throwing like that, go up under every shot, because every time Roy threw a left hook, showed me his different punches, what he'd done in the fight and everything, his dick would swing right out like a club, and I thought that fucking thing's hit me in the face now. And the thing is, like, if you start getting hit in the face by men's dicks, you might start, enjoying it after fucking a while, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
I thought I don't really want to go down that road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he threw a left hook, his dick would come out, poof, just missed my head. He threw it right down, his dick would come, poof. I was like, so I was ducking and diving, and Roy said, "Oh, don't worry, son, Dad, don't worry, son," he said. I won't hurt you for the world, I wouldn't land a punch now. I said, "Roy, your hands, like, I can angle," I said. It's your dick, but... And he obviously pissed himself, he'd laughed his head off that one. But if his dick would have hit me, it would have freaking stung it, don't know. Like a bastard donkey.
Maybe he should have used that in his second and third with Len then.
Yes, that should have been a secret weapon.
Yeah.
I always said, right, if you were in a UFC fight with somebody, and when you grappling them like that and you open them down, when the ref's not looking, stick your thumb up their ass. There's no way that guy's going to come near you again in that ring. You know what I mean?
100%.
I always say, if I ever had done, that'd be my move. I wouldn't train, I'd just practice that one move. I'd get an orange, make an hole in it, just practice with my thumb in all the time.
Yeah. 100%. I totally agree with that. So, I'm going to go back to your Street Fighter book now.
Yeah, go on.
Because so you must have, well, I know you did. You travelled a lot around, didn't you, meeting people? So, who did you sort of... Who did you sort of get on with most on your travels?
Well, the thing is, right, I don't know if I forget names now, but my favourite, besides Malcolm, of course, who's local, and I got a friend, Darren Pullman, from Swansea, who's local. We had people from, like, Richard Horsley.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic, lovely guy.
Yeah, Geordie, is he? Geordie fella.
Up in Hartlepool, you know?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Bartley Gorman, King of Gypsies.
Bartley, yeah.
Then we had big Brian Cockrell.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
If you don't know Brian Cockrell, find out about him.
I know who he is, yeah.
Forced to reckon with Brian. And then Ray Hills was another one.
Yeah. I've spoke to Ray, yeah.
Ray's lovely.
Yeah.
I know I keep saying they're all lovely, but they were great to me, see?
Yeah, well, you can, like I say again, you can only speak as you find, can't you?
Yeah.
Are you, any little funny stories from when you was on your travels then?
Well, yeah, once... Todd! Nobody ever knocks my door. Somebody knocks my door straight away now. Yeah, funny stories. Well, I got just from bed. There's loads of them, right? Obviously, right.
We've got time for one.
Right. Well, I got some good ones there for you, right? Let me look, see which one pick one for you, right? Right. In Charles Bronson's wedding reception.
Yeah.
We're in reception, enjoying ourselves, and a little old man in the corner. Just sitting there now, right?
Yeah.
And I was talking to him. 1 second. Oh, answer door tone. He's gone nuts. Anyway, little old man in the corner, Charles Bronson's wedding reception. So I was talking to this little old guy. So I didn't know who he was. So I looked at that face. I know it is. That's Roald Dahl, the guy who wrote James and the Giant Peach.
All right.
And I was with him all night. So I told everybody. So people going on to him saying, oh, James the Giant Peach and this story and that story. The big friendly giant, I think I was one of them, wasn't I?
Yeah.
And they'd all gone on to him, and the guy was looking at him like strange.
Right.
And he wasn't till like 3 hours later I found out he's Lord Longford. And the old fart, right, was sitting there wondering why people come on to him and asking about James the Giant Peach. It was because of me. And he really did look like him.
Did he?
Nuts.
You was convinced?
Yeah. Another time, man, we broke down coming home.
Yeah.
And Tony was going nuts again because he had to go bouncing.
Yeah.
So I had no the tyre was ripped to shreds.
Right.
So I thought, what am I going to do here now? So he's in a sulk. So I can't phone nobody, miles from home. I think it was Coventry or something like that.
Yeah.
So I noticed a farmer's field. So I jump over the fence, I go off to the farm, knocks the door. Old guy answered. I said, but, listen, I know you don't know me, but I broke down. I just want to change my tyre.
Right.
But I got no tools. So just lend me something, and look, I'll leave you 20 quid. I left him 20 quid on good faith for the tools. Nice old guy, great. So he gave me the tools. Well, as I was coming back, what I hadn't realised when I got in, there was a lot of sheep in this field.
Right.
But the guy had like 4 fields, and I'm telling now, thousands upon thousands of sheep. Not just like 100 sheep, I mean thousands upon thousands. And all these gates were interlinked to this one big field which I was standing in.
Right.
So I start crossing the field, and there's like about 50 sheep around me as I'm walking across the field slowly back to the car.
Yeah.
Next second I notice there's 1,000 sheep around me. And like 5,000, they all started chasing me. I got it on video, because Tony took it on video.
Yeah, this isn't going well for a Welsh fella.
I know, right? Now, you think being in Wales, I know my way down a sheep. I don't, right? All I know is they're white and fluffy, right? Well, so's a polar bear, right? These things all started chasing, because it must have been, because I was carrying something, they must have thought I was giving them food or something, I don't know. And so thousands and thousands of sheep started ploughing into the field, and they all were heading straight at me, running full pelt. So I started running, so they started running faster. I swear to God, Tony was laughing his head off. I was shitting myself, I was scared stiff. There was like thousands of sheep chasing me. I was running like a mental case, and they wouldn't let me go. All my life I had to climb over the fence, try to escape from them. You were freaking nuts.
You should have got Anthony out. He could have silenced the lambs.
Yes, he could have, couldn't he?
He could. Hey, I tell you what, I'm going on to another thing now because we're talking about on your travels. I'm going to move on to your other book, Bouncers. You did that with the late Tel Curry, didn't you?
Well,
how did that come about
right,
anyway?
What happened was, right, I wrote all the words in the book.
Right.
Right.
I had the feeling that was
right.
the truth.
If you look at it, it's my style right then. Yeah.
Yeah.
What Tel done, he sent me a couple of stories from people.
Right.
And I had so much stuff, and I finished the book off. But technically, he signed the contract with me, and he did send me some stuff and all that. But yeah, so I done it with Tel Curry. Tel's dead now. He passed away, like, and
yeah, he died.
But he's all right. I spoke to Tel a couple of times. He's a nice enough guy. Like, I've never actually met him in person. Like,
oh, you never met him?
No, I never did.
Oh, right.
We'd always do. We were supposed to, but we never did. Like, anyway, so. Yeah, I had the idea of bouncers because at that time there was no book on bouncing except Jeff Thompson's book. Remember?
Yeah, Jeff Thompson's. It was the only one going around at the time. Yeah.
That was the only one at that time. I remember anyway.
Yeah.
So I wrote a book on bouncers and I interviewed them all, and that's what happened. That book sold well.
And I always thought you might have done bouncers too. To be honest,
I could have done Street Fighters too. I could have done bouncers too.
Yeah.
And the hooker book of prostitutes, I could have done that as well, like extra. But I just get bored of things. I get bored of stuff. It's where I've always been the same.
You're like me, mate. I'm the same.
Nothing keeps me occupied for long. Like after a while, I go on to the next thing, you know.
I'd like to know, we're talking about your book Hookers, which got some good success. I wanted to know what sort of, did you do any hands-on research for it?
Do you know what? Everyone asks me that, right?
I hope your missus isn't listening.
No, God, no. Right, everyone asks me that, right?
Yeah.
And no way. I tell you why. And I put it this way, if I was back in time, if I'd done the interview 40 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And I was the same age at 40 years ago, right? It would probably been a different story, and I probably would have, right?
Yeah.
But all the girls you interview, most of them are druggies.
Yeah, well,
with injection marks and stuff like that, right? There were a couple, like models, but I ain't going near anything.
No.
Because there's injection marks in arms and not in the act, right?
Yeah.
If they think you got a bit of money, you never know what they might say about you.
Yeah.
So I never ever did. Well, maybe one cuddled me and kissed me before I went on the cheek or so. That is genuinely all. Never did. I think.
Well, like you said, Joe, you're hard to resist. So
you have to.
You know.
Well, they had to resist me, I think, as well. The good-looking Welshman. It's,
either that, mate, or the new you's knocking around with Roy Shaw and his length.
They know about him. They've heard the rumours. I can remember. There's a little interesting one for you. One girl, father was battering her around. Before, this is why she became what she did, because she had no money. She left home and had to earn money somehow.
Okay.
And she told me a story. She said, "You battered me now, and one day I couldn't take no more." She said, because each of them had terrible stories. I got to be honest. It wasn't like, I just decided to turn and become a prostitute.
No, when is it ever?
They were pushed into it, each one, and
it
was a bit rough for some of them. Anyway, this one, father was battering her, nasty bit of work, and she said, I sat in the house one day, and he just gave me an idea, and he bent down now to put something on the fire. She said, right. So I noticed in the fire, she had. Do you remember you said like a hot poker? Yeah. And remember how the end of the poker would glow?
Well,
yeah. She pulled it out, stuffed it on the back of his trousers.
Oh,
that's what she did.
I'm feeling that.
Just put it down about 6 inches to the back of his trousers. But when he straightened up, then he couldn't get the fucking thing out. So he was, and as he moved around the living room, shouting, screaming, he was burning holes into him. Like,
I bet he never picked on her again.
God, well, no, she bugged off then. She thought I'm not staying there.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
Yeah. But they're all stories, terrible stories.
Like that. Maybe we'll do part 2 at some point. But I was going to go on to a few years ago when you entered that boxing tournament. You entered
the Hardman UK. Yeah.
And I understand you was you struck down with some heart problem.
What happened was 2 weeks before the fight.
Yeah. I
had palpitations in my heart.
Right.
Early hours in the morning. Got up. I thought I better go to the hospital. So I wouldn't get an ambulance or a taxi or anything, or drive or go. So I lived by the hospital in those days. So I started walking to the hospital, and my heart was beating twice as fast, but painful. Well, I went into the hospital, they rushed me into emergency. I had pericarditis of the heart, which is the bag around the heart got inflamed.
Yeah.
It clamps down on the heart, more or less, and the heart then beats shorter but faster.
Yeah.
And it's painful. And it was very awkward. We thought it was on a heart attack. So they kept me in emergency for about a week and a half. No, week and a half was in emergency. When I was finally released, then about a week after that, then I entered the Hardman UK, and I knocked the guy out in the second round.
Yeah, have I seen that fight?
Yeah, I think you have.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I knocked the big guy, red top.
That's it.
And that's why, if you ever watch it, you can see how stiff I am when I'm moving around. I'm not myself, like, because I had no pain. So I took my top off, head guard on, all that protection. As I got to the ring, I put my one foot on the step to get in the ring, my heart started hurting. So I wasn't clear, and I thought I was.
Yeah.
And then I indicated to Tony, and I said, well, I can't do anything now. So I fought, and I fought that guy for 2 rounds with my heart beating in my chest and hurting me as well, in pain I was. Very a stupid thing to do, and I don't recommend anybody doing it. Like.
No.
And I pulled out after that because obviously I knocked him out. I done what I had to do.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't go to the final because my mate Gary was in the final, and Gary's a lovely guy. He's a really nice guy, he's a tough guy too. And I'd hate to have to fight a friend.
No.
So I'm glad I didn't go to the final.
No. But you carried on training.
I haven't stopped. I still train now. I got a brain tumour now, and I'm terminal, but I still train.
Yeah, I was just going to mention about that. I was actually just going to say, I don't want to be...
it's all right, but say anything.
Don't want to be rude, but all the knocks over the years and everything...
Nothing to do with it, I know.
Nothing to do with it. I was going to say that. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, nothing to do with it. If so, Tony would be dead years ago.
Yeah,
because loads of people punched him.
Well, I know his missus batters him about.
God, yes. Well, if you were his missus, right, and you came home and found him in your nightie, wearing your nightie, putting lipstick on, wouldn't you hit him?
Well, I don't want to talk ill of him, but when he was down mine, I did...
some makeup went missing, didn't it?
Yeah.
It happens. My house makeup always goes missing, Weezy.
Yeah.
And it looks like somebody's been rifling through my underwear drawer.
Yeah.
They told me I had a brain. I woke up one night, pain in my neck. The pain kept increasing, kept doubling in minutes. Doubled the pain got twice as bad. Rushed me in an ambulance, got up to the hospital. They said I had pneumonia. And then they said, but I think they thought the pneumonia had woke something else up. I couldn't understand what they meant by that.
Right.
Done a brain scan, and I have got a brain. And right in the centre of the brain, I got a tumour the size of a golf ball.
Right.
Which is quite big.
It is,
now,
yeah.
I can remember losing a hamster years ago. So I don't know if that's crawled in there somehow and curled up.
Probably.
I know. But he hasn't turned to cancer yet.
I shouldn't be laughing, really.
I laugh. I laugh, but all the time.
Well,
at the end of the day, right, they can't operate on it. I can't have chemotherapy. And I just get on with things. And I laugh and I enjoy life to the fullest these days.
Yeah, you're a strong fella, mate.
Listen, and I tell other people, if you've got this... I've been talking to people who I'm terminal, right? I talk to people who can have the operation, they're not terminal, right? They can have an operation for it and they're going for it. And they don't leave their houses, they scared stiff. And I'm saying just go and enjoy yourself, man. Look at me. I'm in the worst state than most of them, but I enjoy myself every day. I'm out... I go to the gym, I meet my friends, I can't work no more, I can't drive.
No.
But barring that, get up and enjoy myself.
Well, you've done enough, mate, you don't need to work.
Tell you what, there's another thing I noticed as well too. I was thinking about, right? Now, maybe you can help me with this, right?
Go on.
When I do go, because it's going to happen to me, right? When it does turn to cancer or whatever, or the tumour grows more. At some stage, I'm going to start losing weight, don't I?
Yeah.
And I'll get poorly, sicker and sicker, until I die.
Yeah.
Right? So I thought to myself, well, if I keep losing this weight, because I got a bit of a belly on me now, if I start losing this weight, there's got to be a time, for a short period of time, for a couple of weeks, when I'm going to look in really good condition, aren't I?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before I start, as the fat comes off me, for about 2 weeks, I'm going to look like Brad Pitt. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to capitalise, that's what I'm going to start going a bit wild for them 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, if you do look like that for a couple of weeks, just again keep away from Tony.
Exactly. I can hear him in the other room going to my underwear drawer.
Yeah, he's going through the fridge.
Yep. The fridge or the underwear drawer, one of there.
So you, over the years, I know for a fact that, because I do my own work and my research, you know, I know for a fact, you must have had, we've talked about you writing any more books than that, you must have had loads and loads of people. You mentioned Gorman, Brian Cockrell, the Taxman, Cliffy Fields.
I know.
Did you not want to write one of their books? Or,
Well, I always regret writing the Malcolm Price one.
Right.
I regretted writing, I should have wrote Brian Cockrell's book, right?
Right.
But when people ask me who would have liked to have sat down and interviewed, it's not a fighter.
No,
and everyone is all shocked. I'm not shocked, but it's like, they never expect me to say this. If I could have sat down and interviewed one person in the whole world,
right,
Nikola Tesla.
Kessler.
Tesla. T-E-S.
All right.
Tesla. I always wanted to interview that guy about his work with electricity and everything.
Right.
The guy's fascinating me, and I would really have liked to work with him. Nikola Tesla.
Well, that's crazy. No,
I know. I could sat down and interviewed him for hours.
For hours. So that sort of brings us to like a good end, that, because it's sort of strayed from Gangland.
That's it.
So yeah, all good, mate. So yeah, I think we've wrapped everything up there, Juggy, mate.
No problem, buddy. No problem.
Fantastic chat there, mate. But I'm sure if I have a word with your the other fella who's
my secretary, Tony. Yeah.
That's him. Yeah, him in the dress. Yeah, we might do part 2 at some point.
No problem at all. No problem, Phil.
Fantastic, mate. Okay, Julian.
It's been great. It's been really nice talking to you.
Yeah, and great speaking to you, mate. I'll love you and leave you.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay, pal.
See you soon.
Take care, mate.
Salam, mate.
Bye-bye, mate. Bye, mate.
Yeah, crack a little into that, Lee. Here's a short little story Julian didn't mention to you. I noticed he phoned me up one day and he said, well, before we get there, me and Julian used to write to Charlie Bronson, and we used to have all the drawings and the usual writing. We got to know him pretty good, I mean. And like I said, we ended up in his wedding reception in Dave Courtney's pub, like Julian mentioned early on. But one day, Julian, he was in contact with, I think it was Charles Bronson, this woman who was like his manager at the time. And they were going to send flowers, so she was going to send money down. And she says to Julian, can you take flowers to Charles Bronson's mother? So Julian, being the nice guy he is, he phones me up and says, can we do it? I said, oh, where's she live? And he says to me, oh, it's only 20 minutes from my house. He said, it's in Abergavenny. So I'm thinking, oh, that's not too bad. Sunday morning, little 20 minutes, we'll take the flowers to her. Anyway, cut it short. Turns out it's Mother's Day. I picked Julian up in the morning. I got the sat-nav on. So I says to Julian, right, we've got this address. He gives me the address. I looks at the address. It's not Abergavenny, it's Aberfucking-Nistwith. I mean, it's 2.5 hours drive. We have now got a bunch of flowers, and I'm looking at him. We're arguing in the car, and I'm going, I said, you said 20 minutes. I said, Abergavenny. And he said, Abergavenny, Aberystwyth. They all begin with an A. I said, yeah, but that one's nearly in North fucking Wales, and we're in South Wales. So anyway, cut it short. After us arguing, going up in the fucking car, it was 2.5 hours drive, Lee, going all the way up there. And we knocked Bronson's, we found it in the end. We found Bronson's mother's. We went in there, nice cup of tea, nice chat. Charlie rang in from there, and you could hear his voice in it. Thank you, Welsh boys, to bring the flowers up and all that. But it was a good day, but I'll never forgive Julian for that. But I got hundreds of stories with Julian, but maybe we'll keep that for another show. But that day, I was very happy. But that's a little one for you, Lee. But I noticed he didn't tell you it.
Yeah, I mean, how did you get it wrong, mate? It's got a, Grimsby, Glasgow, both got a G in them. Both start with a G. Brilliant story, that. Nice one, Juggy. Oh, Julian Davis to those listening.
Yeah, talking about Charlie Bronson there, Lee. Just to let all our viewers know that we hopefully have a Charlie Bronson, or Charlie Salvador as he is now known, episode coming up soon, and we'll try and get some special guest stars for that. But we'll keep everyone, up to date on when that's coming on. But that's about it. Hope you all enjoyed today's show. We'll have our next one up soon. And over to you, big man, to wrap it up.
Cheers, Ant, mate. Yeah, it's fantastic. As always, it's only the second episode. But yeah, well, maybe I'm hoping for bigger, brighter things to come with everything that's going on this year with us. So yeah, like Ant said, and I'll reiterate, hopefully we'll get to do some sort of podcast with regard to Charlie and some other special guests, etc. We're working on. We've got some cracking ones coming up, and we know you'll love them. All Gangland related in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, that's it all done and dusted, and onwards and upwards, as we always say. Keep strong, keep fit, and be quick.